Summertime in Seattle, got the top down on the G6 here. Had some, I had a comment on the top for the G6 here. Now this vehicle is, what, 13, 14 years old? Made in 07 Pontiac. They don't make these cars anymore, so pulling the top up and down, you know, it's a concern. Like when you have moving parts in anything, any kind of vehicle, a clock, whatever, right? Moving parts wear over time. How should we be concerned about the top opening and shutting multiple times throughout the summer, for example? So the commenter was WD here, and it reads, caution, caution, please read this post. What he's focusing here on is, you did a good job finding a nice G6. As you know, they are to what I call tiny wings that fold in when you put the top up and fold when you put it down. They're actuated mechanically under a spring-loaded cable. That cable is guided through a tube. Eventually, that cable will fray and break as it enters the steel tube. Unfortunately, it will break during the process of putting the top up or down. Because that winglet cannot fold like it should, it will break off under its own mechanical folding. So we're gonna put the top down. I'm gonna watch this procedure as my lovely wife is bringing the top down. My suggestion is to immediately replace those cables. Okay. All right, here we go. Now here's the flaps. It's got these little flaps that are ran by a cable. Where's our flaps? There they are. So it's that part. Wait, stop. Go back the other way. It's these flaps here. Okay, stop. Now there's supposed to be a cable, he said. Oh, I see it. And the cable comes through here. Maybe not. I don't know. Is there a cable? Maybe this is just a different design. This is a. There's this here, but it's not a cable. That's a solid piece. Maybe the cable is underneath. It is a cable. It's going to be back in here. Oh yeah. So there's a cable. I can get my camera on it. This is the cable right here. I think that he's talking about. I don't know if it does it get frayed here. Is that what's going on? Let me check the other side. This is where it lands, I guess, but here's the flap. All right, so this is the cable. So I guess this gets messed up pretty easy on these cars. So this has a tube around it, and the cable is inside this tube. Maybe that was an upgrade. Because eventually that cable will fray and break where it enters this steel tube. Mine's not steel, and there's like a tube around it that's rubber or something. Unfortunately, it will break. So, or something, it's kind of clinched on there so that it doesn't get frayed or whatnot. But the other side, what if that tube came off on the other side? All right, you guys, this is interesting stuff. Thank God for YouTube and some of you commenters making me aware of such a problem. Yeah, see, there's, see, the tube slid off. So I can slide it back up on here. Maybe that'll keep it from getting frayed and stuff. All right, so continue the procedure. Down here he says, both of mine have broke off and I have just chose to go without them. I wish it was like yours. If you want yours to keep working mechanically, you have to address this. It will happen. When I was shopping for the G6 convertible, a lady demonstrated putting the top down and one of the wing lights broke off right in front of me as I was watching, due to not knowing much about the G6 convertible top at the time, I figured it was just a lack of lubrication. Go forward and back. There you go. It's going in. There it is. Now go back again. Yep. There's those cables. Cables underneath there. Okay, go forward. To lubricate the heck out of it. I don't know. Again, he says, I figured it was just a lack of lubrication. And I'm thinking, what if it was just a design flaw, you know? What year was yours? I don't know. Mine's an 07. Now, one good thing about this car is that it came from Pennsylvania, all right? And I don't know, maybe my friend in Pennsylvania, Dakota, could help me out here, but I'm not thinking that it's like California, right? Or Miami. Got another viewer from Miami talking about, she has one of these cars, and I could imagine that putting the top down in, you know, a place like Miami or in LA or, you know, California, it's going to get open and shut a lot more than it is in, say, Pennsylvania or here in the Seattle area. So that's one of the things I'm not too worried about it about, but you know, we do open the top. We lubricate it, you know, we make sure it's lubricated. You can see those flaps coming down, and then it comes up about to there, and it'll stay. It'll beep. And some guys have used, I've seen some people use lithium grease, and I did use some of that before, but to be honest, this stuff, man, just good old 3-in-1 household oil, it seems to work best. You start to hear creaking, it's good to lube up these joints. You've got a number of places where it's good to keep it lubricated down in here, around these hydraulics. And yeah, the car's knocking at me. That little hinge right there, both sides, right in this area. All these connective tissues. And yeah, this is what I use anyway. Again, eyes on the flaps. Okay. Bring it up. All the way up to here. Bring it down. There they go. And see, it's kind of like hanging up there. Or maybe not. It's just how it closes. And it beeps. Yep. Yeah, even with the door open. Imagine that. Why do I think this is better than lithium grease? It doesn't dry out. It doesn't get tacky. It does everything it says here. Lubricates, penetrates rust, removes and protects, which is what we're doing with the top, right? You got to remove the top, protect the top, put the top down. That's why I buy this stuff. No, but really, man, just good old ordinary multi-purpose oil is the best, in my opinion. But here's what this guy said, and it was intriguing. And I have heard from some other YouTube posters that there's cables up in here too that bring this in and clinch down the top to the frame of the windshield here. So there's a mechanism inside here that I also have lubricated, right? And I think that's important because there's, again, a cable that pulls this in and makes sure that it's solid and tight. Hey, there's something I'm missing right there. Now let's see if, thanks to this commenter, I can see you have a number of, it's almost like a number of cables. They're either wires or cables. that control this mechanism. And here's the flaps he was talking about. Yeah, I don't even see where that cable comes into the tube. But you know what? I don't know how you would lubricate that. Here's the cable here, and it's inside this metal tube. And then it's hooked to the plastic tube on the outside. We've never had a problem with the top yet, right? Knock on wood, cross your fingers, I don't know, kill a rabbit, whatever. But this is, he's keeping it lubricated. I was like, about the only maintenance I think you can do, and hope for the best. Because again, if I did replace the cable, like the commenter said, where would you buy such a thing? Again, they don't make these cars anymore. This was the first hardtop convertible under 40 grand when it was new. Check this out. All right, so, speaking of Pennsylvania, anyway, this is the original sticker. This is a copy of it we found in some of the, I gotta go through this on a video. There's they kept a lot of records. This vehicle, when it was new, $32,435. Sport package. I mean, all this stuff. 240 horsepower. Ooh. Maybe they made it 250 with the exhaust. I don't know. But 8-speaker Monson premium sound system. Monsoon of music, of sound. Love it. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't get great gas mileage. Again, thank you for the comment, DW. Man, I appreciate it. That's great, great stuff and great information. Yeah, we got the car for $2,500. You know, I mean, I'm a mechanic. I know some stuff. I put a wheel bearing on it, a few other things, but I don't know. Thanks for the comment, but if the top starts getting wonky, man, comment, share other videos here. I would appreciate that, because yeah, eventually things are gonna break down. Again, hit the thumbs up button if this video is helpful. Subscribe if you want to. If you don't, heck, I'm not your boss, right? I just want to be a friend. I don't know. Later. Thanks for watching.